This exit sign might not look all that special, but 13 years ago, this was the first exit sign that I added to my collection. And now in 2026, that collection has grown to over 140 different exit signs and emergency lights. So I'm really excited to show you all what I've been able to collect here. Quite a bit has changed since the last collection video I made about 3 years ago. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Epic exit sign.
My granny called, she said she watching epic exit signs. Ball, ball, ball.
We the best.
We're going to start off back here next to the sea of exit sign boxes. I still don't know how I have room to store all that stuff, but we'll start right here in the back. I'll kind of use my finger to point out just because I know the camera, it's a little bit tough to see just in this sea of exit signs which one I'm talking about. But anyways, we'll get started here. We've got two Lithonia Titans here. The one on the left is battery backup. The one on the right is AC only. Then we've got just a whole bunch of Lithonia signatures here. We've got some with black housing, some with white housing. We've got that one which has oil rubbed bronze housing. These two in the middle here are the older version. And then that one right there is actually the oldest of the whole bunch. That's a fluorescent one, and that one's recessed as well. Then we've got just another new signature with the brushed aluminum housing. We've got an old school Lithonia Quantum combo. That's fully incandescent. That's like the oldest version of the Quantum, back when Quantums were still kind of cool. Down here, we've got a Lithonia Extreme. That's a weatherproof Lithonia sign right there. Then we've got a whole row of Quantums here. Not going to get into too much detail. They're all different in some way. I think one of them has self-diagnostics. Obviously, some have green, some have red lettering. And then way on the end here, we've got the weird love child of the signature up there, and then the Quantum. It's the Quantum LQC. So it's a brushed aluminum sign, but it's in a Quantum body. Still not quite sure why that exists, but I have one. Down here, we've got the Mystery Denver code sign. I've talked about this a few different times. Right here, we've got some All-Pro signs. This is an All-Pro, I forget what the model number is, but just a very basic, newer All-Pro unit. We've got two All-Pro combos here. This one on the right is actually a combo. I just took it out of the box, and the way it gets stored in the box, the heads are on the inside until you actually hook them up and mount them. So this one has been out of the box for a few years, and this one I've just kept in its box. Right here, we've got a Lithonia EP1G. This is like the exact opposite of the Quantum. This is actually like a cool old Lithonia unit. This is from probably the 70s. Right here, we've got three more Quantums. These are all the combo version, and these are all not the absolute newest version, but the one that just got discontinued maybe a year or two ago. So again, we've got three of them there. Right here, we've got another three Shurlights CAXs. These are cool brushed aluminum signs. We've got a Shurlight CX, which is the newer version of the CAX. We've got a Shurlight CCX, which is a plastic sign. These are pieces of crap. I don't know if you can see, but there's already like the faceplate's falling apart, and I got this new. Right here is a Shurlight's LPX, another LPX, and a third LPX. That one's a combo. These two with the black housing can do either red or green lettering. This one right here is the old school version that doesn't have the option to change the letter color, so this one's just red. Down here, we've got a couple Exitronics signs. These are Exitronics VEX series. One of them is self-diagnostic. One of them is just battery backup. I forget which one is which. Here we've got Light Alarms Grand or Grande or however you pronounce that, newer LED unit. We've got an Emergilight Preceptor right here. Couple Emergilight X10 series here. Crescent, I think that's a Crescent LED exit sign right there. Then we've got a couple Carpenter Flex series exit signs here, one in black and one in white. We've got another Exitronics sign. That's a direct view Exitronics sign. I think it's like the E600 or something. We've got another direct view sign. That's a Kennel unit. We've got, I forget who makes this. It's really ugly. I think it's like a chloride unit. We've got two more chloride units here, one with green letters and one with red. Another red-green color pair here. These are also, I think, chloride or Xide units. These two brushed aluminum ones. Then we've got these two Newtone DC code signs. Pretty similar. They maybe are slightly different in terms of their model number, but cool, you know, older incandescent signs. We've got an Eclipse electric sign right there. We've got Keen Lighting Denver code sign. Over here, we've got a couple of really cool mystery signs, super sharp looking signs. Don't know a whole lot about them. Next to that, we've got a couple Prescolite Diluxes. The one on the top is the older version. One on the bottom there is the newer version that has the less cool exit font. Then we've got a bunch of other Prescolite signs. These are all incandescent. I forget what the model number is, but they look really sharp in the brushed aluminum housing there. We've got an old Daybright sign right here, super faded. We've got an old Miller sign there. Those are some of my favorites. I think they're just really cool looking signs. We've got an Isolite, not recessed, electroluminescent sign right there. So it's got an electroluminescent panel instead of like LEDs, which is pretty cool. We've got an NL Industries sign back there. Then we've got sort of a row of generics here. So again, not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. We've got a remote capable sign there. We've got the just generic Edgelit sign right there. Whole bunch of just bottom of the barrel generics here. Old Crescent, I think it's Crescent, incandescent combo here. Another generic combo. Prescolite sign here. I guess I forgot to put in with the Prescolite stuff. Forget what the model number is, but that one's pretty cool. That's like a self-diagnostic sign, fully incandescent. Down here we've got our three McPhilbin mini exit signs, including the one that has the weird manufacturer defect, no exit sign thing. We've got a couple Hubble Freedom Series here, direct view LED. We've got a Hubble, I think it's a Pathfinder. I think this is the newer Pathfinder. Whatever it is, it's a incandescent newer Hubble sign. Got a big beam sign here. Got a generic all LED combo. I forget who brands that. We've got just a pile of faceplates and other random stuff here that I just decided to throw in because it fit there. Another generic sign up there, just very basic green lettering battery backup one. We've got this random Surelight sign here. I can't remember why I threw that in here. Probably just forgot about it with the other Surelight stuff, but that's a Chicago approved all LED exit sign. We've got a whole bunch of Dualite Excaliburs here. We've got the oldest of the bunch there. That's the open-faced incandescent one. We've got a newer light cell LED Excalibur right here. We've got the digital LED Excalibur, so the older version of that light cell technology right here. We've got a fluorescent Excalibur right here, and then we've got another new light cell LED Excalibur here. Continuing with the Dualite stuff, we've got Dualite Evolution Series combo here. We've got a Walmart grade Dualite Evolution here. We've got a couple of these emergency inverter powered Dualite EVs here that I got from Dualite from GE Current directly, so big thanks for that. So obviously one with green and one with red letter. We've also got the Sempras down here. These are just standard AC powered signs. Obviously, again, red lettering, green lettering. We've got a Dualite LK here. This is the incandescent version of the LX. We've got the Curvista here, Dualite's newest answer to the Sempra here. Really, really cool new Dualite product. Then we've got this, I think this is a McPhilbin or maybe a chloride branded tandem combo unit, basically a knockoff to the Dualite LT tandem combo, which, speaking of the tandem combos, I've got two of them down here, the legit LTs. So we've got one with red lettering and one with green. Over there, we've just got a generic green lettering LED edgelit sign. We've got the Dualite, I think it's the Dynamo series, also sort of tandem weatherproof exit sign combo here. We've got a whole bunch of Dualite edgelit signs here. These are all part of the Lightforms LE series. Then we've got, I didn't even bother taking it out of the box, but we've got a recess mount for that you would use for one of these flush mounted edgelit signs. Up here, I kind of forgot about these. We've got Sterling exit sign here that, again, I must have just forgotten about, threw it in with the Dualite stuff. We've got three Dualite Exquisites here. One, of course, with green letters, and then the other two have red. So that about does it for the exit signs. So we'll go ahead and move into emergency lights here. One thing, and we'll start off up in this corner with a Highlights incandescent Chicago approved emergency light. Then we've got a couple of newer Lithonia units. That's a Lithonia ELM6 LED up there and a Lithonia ELM2 LED. Then we've got the older halogen version of the high capacity unit. That's an ELM12 right there. Then we've got actually two different Lithonia EU2s. They have the same model number, but they're like both, I mean, obviously they're not the same emergency light. So I don't know what the story is behind that, but they're both here. Then we're moving into Surelights here. We've got a Surelights, I think this is a CU1. This is a Presto series emergency light. These are some of my favorites. I think these are really cool looking. We've got a Surelights SEL25 LED emergency light down here. We've got a generic, like absolute bottom of the barrel LED emergency light right here. We've got an All Pro APEL down here. Light Alarms Cavalier 2. This is another really, really cool older emergency light. Couple other old school incandescent generic units. This right here actually was my first emergency light. This is a TCP, also kind of generic little Lithonia knockoff unit. Then we've got another all LED mini unit right there. We've got another generic fixed optics incandescent emergency light right there. Then we've got a Surelights CC2 incandescent emergency light down here. Last few emergency lights here. Starting off in this corner, we've got a Presco light. I think it's like an EDS6 or something. It's a high capacity incandescent emergency light. Next to that, we've got a Graybar branded Dualite Luminette series, cool older Dualite unit. Right here, we've got a bunch of newer Dualite LED units. I forget what the exact model numbers are. A lot of these are inverter powered, so you wouldn't want to hook them up to AC power. I think that black one right there is the only one that can be hooked up to AC power. Maybe that gray waterproof one too, I forget. But yeah, cool newer LED Dualite stuff. And these also came from Dualite and GE Current directly, so big thanks for that. Down here we've got a Dualite LZ2. This has the voltmeter option, which is pretty cool. And speaking of voltmeters, we've got an EZ2 with the voltmeter right here. Then we've got an EZ2L, which is basically the same as that EZ2, just fixed optics right here. And yeah, I think that just about does it. So that's the whole collection. That's 13 years worth of collecting that, again, started right here with this sign right here. So pretty cool. And here's to 13 more years.